was reading the news this morning and came across an article on Fox News that says store owner shoots would-be robber. Quote, he shot my arm off. This should be interesting. All right, let's go. Ooh.
A robbery suspect
Damn.
shot and wounded when an employee at a Norco market didn't hesitate to protect his business from a would-be crook.
That robbery now under investigation.
Damn. All right, all right. Hey, that store owner was across the doggone store and tagged that guy in the arm like that and shot, basically disconnected his arm from the rest of his body. It looked like it was hanging by a little flap of skin, but my goodness. Man, you know, I hate to laugh at others' misfortune, but this wasn't misfortune. He asked for this. He went in that store looking for a violent confrontation and found one. Unfortunately for him, he was on the receiving end.
Be crook.
That robbery now under investigation.
Let's go live to Gina Silva in Norco with the latest, and the age here is interesting as well. Gina.
That's right, Alex. Christine, I can tell you that almost everyone in this town is very proud of the way this business owner handled himself. There were 4 armed robbers, and they were parked right here. By the time they went inside, they got the surprise of their lives.
It's a shooting the bad guys never saw coming. An 80-year-old man defends his business after armed robbers storm into Norco Market and Liquor.
I guess he gets what he deserves, so peace is done.
Customers of this longtime Norco business have a lot to say about this armed robbery that ends with a good guy winning the battle.
The criminals are in control of everything right now, and the fact that they turned around and showed them what for, I think it's amazing.
Everybody's brazen and thinks that they are owed everything and that they can do whatever they want, and it's not right to do that to people.
More businesses.
All I know is this. That old man was ready. I'm sorry. He was standing within a foot away from his gun, had it cocked loaded, and it wasn't even just a pistol. It was a rifle. This other guy, the criminal, comes in, also armed with a rifle. I mean, these are some heavily armed combatants here. What's going on?
Warriors, come out to play. Warriors, come out to play.
Anyway, there must be some kind of history or something, because like I said, both of these guys were ready for a real shootout, not just some random, you know, oh hey, come in and rob. No, this guy came in with a nice looking rifle. You know, I'm not the biggest gun guy. I've got guns, but I can't just identify guns like that. If it was a knife, I could probably identify the type of knife and probably right down to the blade steel. But unfortunately, these guys did not try to go with the knife. They went with the big boy weapons, and yeah, y'all saw what happened. Anyway, man, you know, what's that old saying? You know, play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. This guy unfortunately lost the game and lost his arm at the same time. Let's keep it moving.
Should be armed like that and defend their businesses like that.
Armed like that.
Happened on Sunday at
Yeah.
2:47 a.m.
He was armed. The other guy got de-armed. Yikes.
The owner was standing right here watching all of the action on the security camera. As soon as he saw one of those guys pull the mask over his face, he knew trouble was headed his way.
You don't scare me!
All right, well, there you go. That old man, he was actually using his security system the way it was supposed to be used, as a preventative measure, not just something that identifies criminals after the fact. So, well done, sir. Well done.
He just prepared himself. And he stood right here and he aimed the shot.
And hit the robber in the arm.
Man, that old man was behind cover. I mean, he was ready. He had a rifle just aimed at the guy when he walked in. I mean, come on, man. That dude had no chance. No chance.
I am the one, the way your son don't need.
Golly. Hey, that old man must have been a vet or something.
Not a surprise to some customers.
you know, I'm not for gun violence, but he wasn't the one he wasn't the one doing the violence. The people that came in were the ones doing the violence. And that's what we need to understand in our society. When people are doing violence against us, we have the right to protect ourselves.
I've seen him a couple of times while I've been here, and honestly, I can kind of expect that from him. He seems like a pretty bad man.
That old man sounds like he's got a reputation and a lot of people that care about him. Two things that are very important in a community. On one hand, he keeps the peace. On the other hand, people respect him and he keeps the community together. Good job, sir.
I can tell you there were a lot of people coming in just to support the business and say they're very proud of the way he acted. But of course, a shooting, of this caliber is very stressful, traumatic. The business owner, who is 80 years old, did have a heart attack right after the shooting. But the good news is that I spoke with him this afternoon. He's doing better, and he will be out of the hospital tonight. And Alex, Christine, he is promising to do an interview with us once he settles in, and perhaps on Wednesday he'll talk to us about this traumatic experience and why he did what he did. Now, as for the four suspects, they have been arrested. Three have been arrested. The fourth one, the guy who got shot, is still in the hospital. But once he's released, he will be going to jail.
I bet he is.
My question, what happened to them? Because you heard him yell, they shot my arm off. So you wonder if he did have to go to the hospital. But glad to hear of those arrests. And we are thinking of that store owner, too. Yes. My goodness.
Well, all's well that ends well. All I know is the right person got shot. Unfortunately, the older gentleman had a heart attack. I don't know how, but perhaps the prosecuting attorneys or attorney general can somehow come up with some charges with for some kind of assault. I mean, they literally caused the old man to have a heart attack. Anyway, that might be reaching a little bit, but I'd say you hit these guys with as many charges as possible.